Despite me being a accelerations fanatic, I have been collecting a lot of cars for a little while, although part of the experience wasn't really fun. And I might have noticed a toy line that was mostly forgotten out of all the things that Hot Wheels have pumped out. A movie made by the same company, aka Warner Brothers, that has been overshadowed by The Dark Knight from its box office success. Speed Racer. A movie so colorful and vibrant yet that it gave me It's a great movie, but I just don't understand why it flopped real hard. It was different out of all of the standout movies, which fits the aesthetic of the movie coming from an old cartoon back in the 60s, anime-esque, and filled with great racing action, like how a kid would play his own Hot Wheels like me, vibrant settings, and cheesy one-liners.
Get that weak shit off my track!
Yet it ages well in the modern era out of all the garbage that Hot Wheels, I'm sorry, Hollywood pumps out these days. I've been ranting so much about Hot Wheels to the point where I always remember that a trash that started with an H refers to modern era Hot Wheels, so before I get sidetracked by reviewing the entire movie for about 20 minutes straight, let's see why this toy line was obscure to modern collectors, yet it was actually really great. Now I do have a Grey Ghost with me, and although it may be a movie only car and it's not a Generation 1 Speed Racer, I mean technically this is a movie only car like every other Speed Racer car ever, it looks great. Despite it having the basic mainline wheels, the deco looks really cool. Like, it looks like as if it's basically sort of hydro dipped and they come up with this sort of crazy design and they just slapped it on the car. Looks amazing. Though the Mach 4, 5 and 6, also even the Augury and the Shooting Star have some nice looking ones, although if I'm being a little bit honest they may look a little bit bland, but given how Speed Racer needs that sort of M on the hood of the car, and the Shooting Star really needs the iconic number 9 and the black part, well, basically the black nose in the front. Jitterbug, Seppuku, Chalkhead, and Hydrofide are the few examples that stand out due to how glorious the paint job looks. Even better, they're track compatible. Yo, this is Future Darren here. I almost forgot to tell you that this is a little bit of a detail that my friend actually recognized in the Speed Racer toy line. Now, most of the cars are proportionately off, mainly due to the fact that obviously they want to fit on the track, in which, yeah, I get it. There are some compromises that have to be made in order for these cars to basically, well, be played with children and, be played at the tracks as well. So, yeah, it's an understandable compromise, but that doesn't change the fact that its flaw is basically like some proportions being a little bit off from its actual concept, but it's an understandable compromise that should be taken. So thanks Tino for pointing it out, and let's get back to the main video. Other than the cars looking really spectacular and track compatible, you can basically put any accessory that came in the car, such as saw blades, spear hooks, and jump jacks to basically replicate any scene from the movie, which is great of course. Stands out a lot compared to most recent, I don't know, racing or car movies they pump out, aka Fast and Furious. Speaking of track compatibility, they have some amazing track sets that you can put your cars through and imagine some crazy movie scenarios that you can come up with. While the Sky Jump may be reissued back in 2011, it shows how great the track sets were and how fun those times were back in the day, when Speed Racer came out of course. Funny story, when I was still a young kid, my cousin and I played with the track so much that it was just mesmerizing to see the cars go and run, even the ones that doesn't even work. Sadly, I never brought my Hot Wheels over to play with, but oh well. At least that's what I remember from my grandfather. Fun times though. Out of all the toy lines that Hot Wheels pump out, Speed Racer stands out quite a lot, to me at least, because it's just a movie only toy line. It only existed for like 1 year, and it just ended abruptly due to how the box office numbers sort of plummeted down when the movie came out back in 2008. It was quite unfortunate to see it go, but yeah, it just fades to obscurity, unlike Highway 35 and Acceleration, which I get the fandom is waiting for a fifth movie, but unfortunately, I don't think the fifth movie would ever go. But I heard there's a rumor of J.J. Abrams directing a Hot Wheels movie. So let me know what you have thought about the Speed Racer toyline as a whole. If you remember it, if you don't, I don't know. Just leave it down in the comments below. Engage in the channel a little bit, so we could try to interact and sort of somewhat discuss whatever things there are. So yeah, that's about it. And hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys later. Take care.